Hello and welcome to the LCTV News sponsored by Columbia Insurance. I'm Mukala Kabongo. In this edition of the LCTV News, North Shore Navigators GMs step down, Lynn partners with MBTA, City of Lynn awarded grant, Chakoutis remains Ward 5 winner, sit down with Captain Helen Johnson, and more. In an announcement last week, North Shore Navigators GM Joe Gill and Ashley Laremy stepped down from their positions with the team. Gill and Laremy are the longest tenured employees with the Navigators over the last 2 summers. The two worked as the team's assistant general managers. The two stepped down in order to pursue other personal and professional opportunities. Navigators co-owner Derek January says Gill and Laremy are hard workers and both of their energies will be missed throughout the Navigators organization. The Navigators unveiled their newest logo, which features a gator and features a new orange and blue color scheme. The logo was designed by Saugus native Jeremy Tringles. For his submission of the winning logo, Tringles will receive a prize pack that includes a 4-pack of season tickets and new merchandise. Tringles will also throw out the first pitch to a game. The MBTA announced its new initiative with the City of Lynn yesterday that will increase the availability to residents who rely on Charlie cards. Chelsea, Watertown, Salem, and Winthrop are the other cities who have partnered with the MBTA to increase access to Charlie cards. With this initiative, residents who rely on public transportation will now have cheaper fares, accessibility, and ease financial burdens for themselves. Charlie cards are available at Lynn City Hall. In the recount for Ward 5, Councilor Diana Chakoutis was affirmed the winner as she defeated Marvin Hippolyte 576 to 521 votes after the public recount last week. Hippolyte did not expect much change from the recount. What came from the recount was the margin of victory by Chakoutis, which was wider than it was during the November 5th election. During the November 5th election, Chakoutis received 577 votes while Hippolyte received 524 votes. The recount resulted in Chakoutis losing 1 vote and Hippolyte losing 2 votes. The City of Lynn was awarded a state grant of $1.6 million on Monday by the state. The MassWorks infrastructure grant will be used to help with improving developments along Washington Street corridor. Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker, along with Mayor McGee and Mike Keneally, who serves as Economic Development Secretary, were on hand at City Hall for the announcement of the grant. This is the latest grant that the MassWorks has provided the City of Lynn. Previously, MassWorks provided grants that were used for the YMCA and Market Basket projects, as well as the luxury apartment development. On Wednesday, North Shore Community College President Patricia A. Gentile announced her retirement. Gentile is stepping down after 7 years as the school's president. In her 7 years as president, North Shore Community College rose to 23rd in the nation for its excellence in community leadership among public community colleges in 2016, which was followed by being ranked 13th in 2019. In a statement, Gentile says that she is honored to have served as president of North Shore Community College and is grateful for the determination of the trustees, faculty, staff, and students. Gentile will step down on July 6th. During Tuesday's City Council meeting, the council voted in favor to authorize Mayor McGee to hire 2 new city planners on a temporary basis. It's been 2 decades since the city last had a city planner. Funding for the position was made possible by a $675,000 gift from the Economic Development and Industrial of Lynn, the city's development bank, Mass Development, Eastern Bank Foundation, Gerundelis, and the Bar Foundation. The gift will help cover the salaries of a contracted principal planner and associate planner for the next 3 years. $115,000 will be the salary for the full-time position. The duties of the planner will be to provide support for the Planning Board, Zoning Board of Appeals, and City Council, and they will also work with EDIC Lynn, the city's Department of Community Development, and Inspectional Services Department. Now for the police update. Andrew McCormick has been sentenced to life in prison without parole after being found guilty for the murder of Connery Elementary School teacher Vanessa Masucci. McCormick, who was married to Masucci, was convicted last month for the 2017 murder of Masucci in their Revere home. The sentencing ends what has been 2 years of suffering for the Masucci's family. Even with the sentencing, McCormick maintains his innocence. When given the chance to speak, he stated that he will not rest until this injustice is corrected. A Lynn man was taken to the hospital on Thanksgiving after being shot twice in a drive-by shooting. The man, who is yet to be identified, told police that he was standing at the intersection of the Linway and Tudor Street when he was hit by 2 shots, one to the thigh and one to the hand. The shots were fired from a passing car. Lynn Police, when arriving on the scene, found the victim unconscious. He would be taken to Mass General Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The incident remains under investigation and no arrests have been made. If you have any information on the incident, contact Lynn Police. St. Stephen's Church held its annual Harvest Festival and LCTV was on the scene. Residents gathered at St. Stephen's Church for the annual Harvest Festival.
It's a wonderful time for the parish. Everybody joins in, and we have many things to sell.
My mom was actually the chair of the fair for a couple of years before she passed, so I've been doing this since I was a little girl.
The festival is symbolic to the ongoing efforts for community unity that is being brought to the city of Lynn by many community members.
It looks very promising because it's a beautiful day and there are other things to do in Lynn today, so that helps a lot, and so I'm quite happy. Everybody is very excited about what we have to sell.
To me, it means community and family. It's something I've done my whole life, and it's something I look forward to every year, and I always make it a point to come down and volunteer some time.
Proceeds from the festival helps with the upkeep of St. Stephen's Church throughout the year.
So we do try to do a lot of community work, and the building is very large and very old, so the upkeep is quite expensive. So the fair is really a great thing to have, and if we can make a lot of money that way.
The work that we do in the community, I think people see the value of that, but we also really try to be a very welcoming place, and I think people feel that when they come in.
This past Saturday, the Lynn Area Chambers of Commerce hosted the Festival of Lights at Central Square, and LCTV was on hand.
Chamber of Commerce, partnering with the Downtown Lynn Cultural District in the City of Lynn. We wanted to bring you the Festival of Lights, where we're going to light up a tree and we're going to leave it lit for the holiday season.
Thank you very much. I want to thank you all for being here. It's great. I want to thank the DPW workers who helped put this on as well, working to get the tree up along with the Lynn Area Chamber of Commerce, and you named off so many people that helped out. The music was great to be here with families as we begin the holiday season downtown here in Central Square. Thank you all for being here, and I think we're ready to light the tree, Santa. What do you think? Ready. All right, let's go.
LCTV was on the Lynn Common this past Tuesday for the city holiday tree lighting and holiday fair hosted by the city of Lynn. Here is this year's festival.
Thank you, Jim. It's great to be here with you and with everyone else. Thanks so much for coming out. And I know Dr. Tutwiler and I were talking yesterday about the snow that was coming, and it did give all of the students a day off today. But more importantly, I think it really set the scene for a really nice night, a holiday celebration tonight as we open the holiday season here at City Hall Square and at City Hall tonight. We're going to have a movie after we light the tree, and there is a special guest that will be showing up soon. And we're for the first time, we're having a Christmas fair in City Hall. There's a lot of excitement in City Hall tonight. So we want to make sure that you all can enjoy it, families and children and all of you that are here tonight. Again, thank you for coming.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Donning out our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Holding Yuletide carols, fa la 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 la. See the blazing Union forest, fa la 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 la. Strike guard and join the chorus, fa la 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 la. Falling in merry measure, la 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 la. While I tell of Yuletide treasure, la 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 la.
On this week's Community Connector, we highlight the second annual Father Daughter Gala, which took place at the Lynn Museum. Here is this week's Community Connector.
I think it's a great idea. It's a really fantastic way to reach out to community members and get some folks together that might not necessarily have an opportunity to do something like this.
I feels lit, bro. When I seen the flyer, I was like, wow. Like, you know what I mean? You don't really see too many fathers, especially coming from where we come from, that even get to spend time with their kids, you know what I'm saying? So like when you do stuff like this, and you know, it shows the kids what a father's supposed to look like, what a man's supposed to look like. So I feel like every father should really take, you know, some major advantage of the situation, because this will give little girls something to look up to, you know what I mean?
Oh man, it's awesome. I get to do the first Daughter Daddy Gala, and I'm excited, I really am.
I'm really excited. I think it'll just be a fun night to dance and have a nice little date night. We'll have a great time.
I'm excited and happy that he was able to make it. Because I get to be here with my grandpa.
I think it's really important that I stay an active part of her life and an active role in raising her, making sure she has the opportunity to get my perspective on things in addition to her mom's and in addition to the rest of the world around her.
This is my third child. This is my youngest child, and you know, due to certain circumstances, I wasn't able to be there for my oldest ones. And you know, thank God that I've been able to be in Zoe's life, you know, since birth.
We have a good relationship, Bella and I.
To have fun and that's it.
Every little girl needs a father in their life so that they don't get treated the way that even some of us used to treat women growing up. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure that they don't have to go through none of that pain, stress, and you want to show them what it's supposed to look like, feel like. You know what I mean?
How close we are and how much he loves me.
Bella has a younger brother, Brent, and has newly born twins, Emma and Amelia, who are 5 months old now. So she has a house full. But she likes getting her chance to get away with Grampy once in a while.
Hoping that everybody outside of here, like you said, we're put in a certain category. And I just hope that everybody gets to see this. Everybody everywhere outside of here gets to see that, you know what, we're here.
I just want her to have a really good time. You know what I mean? She's here, she got her beautiful dress. We were shopping together. She got a gleam in her eye when music's on. She loved to dance, you know what I mean? I'm just hoping she meets some good friends, has a good time, and that she wants to come again.
Face painting. My Grampy winning the raffles.
They're very important. Anything families can do together are always good. Anytime you can have kids doing something with their family, it's a good thing.
I look forward to, dancing with her, having some fun, and for her to be able to also see that, I'm not the only one, that there's other fathers out there that care.
I just hope it just gets more fathers involved with their children. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I hope it inspires them to just want to do stuff with their, little daughters, even sons. It doesn't matter. Just be more involved with your children, man. Make it a point. Fight.
We went to the Valentine's Father Daughter dance last year, and they had a competition, fathers and daughters, and the daughters won. So the fathers had to do the baby shark. She loved it.
I think the biggest thing that I would want to teach her is to just be aware of the world around her, both in the immediate, the local, the global, making sure she just stays aware of what's going on.
Now for the sports update with Alana Bayfield.
Supporting in 5, 4, 3, 2. The Dallas Cowboys dropped their third straight game last night in Chicago on Thursday Night Football as they fell to the Chicago Bears 31-24. After a promising opening drive that resulted in a touchdown, the Cowboys failed to reach the end zone until the fourth quarter. It was also another rough outing for the Cowboys defense as Mitchell Trubisky and the Bears offense scored 24 unanswered points. Trubisky threw for 244 yards and 3 touchdowns and also ran for a touchdown. With the win, the Bears keep their playoff hopes alive. Meanwhile, the Cowboys still maintain a 1-game lead over the Philadelphia Eagles for first place in the NFC East. Next for the Cowboys is a home game against the Los Angeles Rams, while the Bears travel to Green Bay to take on the Packers. Next Thursday at Paul Kavanaugh Fieldhouse, the reigning Division I state champs Lynn English Bulldogs begin their title defense as they host Saugus. The Bulldogs, who have their eyes set on another banner, return a handful of starters, which includes their starting senior backcourt of Mason Jean-Baptiste and Jarnell Guzman. Other key returners include Jack Rodriguez and Aaron Vizcaino. The Bulldogs also added size on the inside with center Ademide Badmus, who will look to fill the void left by all-conference player Alonzo Linton. The Bulldogs have matchups with some of the best teams in the state of the season, including Mansfield, Tech Boston, Cambridge, and Acton Boxborough. Head coach Antonio Anderson says these matchups will help them when the state tournament comes around. Anderson says his job is to have his team locked in and focused every game, and if they can do that, they can win this, and they can have a repeat of getting another banner. The Boston Celtics improved to 15-5 after their 112-93 victory over the Miami Heat Wednesday night at the TD Garden. Jaylen Brown led the way for the Celtics with 31 points. Kemba Walker added 28 points for the Celtics, who were without Marcus Smart and Gordon Hayward. With this win, the Celtics have now defeated the Bucks, Raptors, and Heat, three of the top teams in the Eastern Conference. The Celtics are tied with the Toronto Raptors for the second best record in the East. The C's, or I like to call them, the Green Team, are back tonight on the court against the Denver Nuggets. Tip-off is at 8 p.m., and you don't want to miss this. Boston College dropped its fourth straight game Tuesday night at Conte Forum, where they fell to Northwestern 82-64 in the ACC Big Ten Challenge. The Eagles struggled, knocking down three-pointers as they went 8 of 27 for the game, and they had no answer for Northwestern forward Miller Kopp. Kopp scored 20 points and knocked down 4 three-pointers. Freshman guard Boo Buie also added 20 points off the bench for the Wildcats. In a stretch in the first half, the Eagles were held scoreless for about 5 minutes as Northwestern put together an 18-0 run. Coach Jim Christian was frustrated with his team's lack of aggression throughout the game. Christian even said, "We weren't very aggressive going to the basket. We have to get back to being the aggressive team we were in the beginning of the season." BC looks to get back in the win column on Saturday as they travel to South Bend to take on Notre Dame in an ACC matchup. Tip-off is at 2 p.m. On this week's Lowdown, we sat down with Captain Helen Johnson. Here is this week's Lowdown.
Hello and welcome to the Lynn Lowdown. I'm your host, Mukala Kabongo, and today we have a special guest, Captain Helen Johnson of the Lynn Area Corps. How are you doing today?
Very good. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. How's this fall treating you, fall / close to winter?
Yeah, very good.
Yeah. All right. So you guys over there got Salvation Army. You guys got a lot of stuff happening.
Yes.
You know, November, December, usually busy times around. But first off, let's talk about some of the stuff that you guys have done early in the year. You guys had the October Fall Festival for the kids. That had a pretty good turnout.
Yes, that was great. It was awesome. It was just great to see all the kids having fun, and it was a wonderful turnout. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you guys also earlier this year, you were also there was also something else.
We were part of the Back to School Bash that we did in the community.
Yeah, there was the Back to School Bash, and then there was something else. I was there too that you guys did in the summer. It was on a Saturday.
We did a fundraiser, to try to raise money for our food pantry with a food festival.
Yeah. So you guys, can you explain how you guys always get a good turnout when you guys put events together?
We try. Some things are definitely more than others. We find family-friendly events, we get a pretty good turnout because we have an after-school program, so the parents tell other parents. We're trying to do a few more fundraising events when those are the harder to get people out. But for the family-friendly, free things that we do, we get a pretty good turnout, and that's great. So.
Yeah, and now the holiday season is coming, and this is busy times for you all. You have Thanksgiving, and then turn around is Christmas coming up, and New Year's. What's it like over there during these 2 months?
It is crazy, insanity, because we have our regular food pantry, and we refuse to shut that down just because we're doing additional services because of the holidays. So our regular food pantry is open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9 to 11. So on those days, hallways, the lobby's packed, volunteers are there, donations are coming in, so it's normally busy on those days, and it continues to get busier. People are looking for Thanksgiving turkeys if we have them, and if we do, we try to give them away if we do. So it's just, in general, it's busier. Plus, we got the kettle campaign that's cooked up. So we have kettle workers coming in and out, and we're busy with that. And now we're starting the holiday assistance that we've just did signups for that. So there's a lot of the Item Santa holiday assistance.
And you told me you got something like 600.
We signed up over 600 families so far. We may have an emergency day after the ones who've already signed up get their assistance and help. But that depends, and we'll advertise that at the time. But right now we have a lot of families that we have to make sure we meet their need first. Yeah. And
then also with you got the Item Santa coming up. Tell me a little more about the history with the Item Santa and the collaboration with Salvation Army. Yeah, the Daily Item plus Salamini and his funeral homes and his real estate business, he has been an amazing supporter for years. And between them and other people as well who volunteer, we have just been able to have this amazing partnership through the years where people can donate straight to Item Santa, and those funds are earmarked straight for toys given away at Christmas. And every year, people may or may not realize that when we're fundraising now, we're really fundraising for next year because the toys will be bought during the summer. So around the beginning of December, we have a huge truck that comes in, a big semi-truck, to deliver all the toys that we've ordered over the summer. And the wonderful thing is we work with a company that waits and holds that delivery until we need it. So that way it doesn't use up space in our building, because we also have an after-school program. So that truck comes in, and then the families that we've signed up are then able to come in on the days we've asked them to come and pick out their toys that way. That's how the majority of them get their toys. We also do a small amount of what we call angel tags, where we give businesses tags of certain kids' wishes so they can get specific toys. So we do a few of those, and adoptive families as well. So we get toys from all different places. Yeah, that's definitely great for the holiday season. And usually you have a drop-off or an online kit they can sign up, but as of now it's being set up it's being set up right now. The paper will advertise it when the Item Santa link is ready. I think they're going to start a little bit earlier this year because there's so much little time between Thanksgiving and Christmas. So it'll be out very soon in the paper. But in the meantime, if anyone wants to donate toys, brand new toys, unwrapped, or a donation of whether earmarked for the pantry or for the toys, they can always come straight to the Salvation Army or call. We'll pick anything up, take a picture if they like, so they can, whatever they'd like to do. And then after that, you guys have, right after the Santa, the Christmas is over, now you're working on something else for January. Can you talk a little about that? Yeah, I mean, in January, our programs, we try to, level out and get back to normal. We have our after-school program that is always running 5 days a week. And we also have a program on Thursday nights that stops just for the holiday season to give us a little break because we're so busy. But the kids really miss it when it stops. So we start right away up again in January. It's a free program, similar to Scouting, Boys and Girl Scouts, but it's a Salvation Army's version, so it's free. And boys and girls are welcome to come in, and they eat at 6 o'clock a free hot meal, and then they're separated into different groups and work on earning badges, and they get their little sash and everything. And the kids just love it. We just had a little grand finale, and they put on a little show, and it's just a wonderful time for them. Now, when they earn the badges, what are some of the things that they do to earn the badges? The group that I teach is the boys, and they did the woodworking badge. So they did little cars. They made little cars. The little girl group is the Sunbeam group. They worked on etiquette, so they did a little tea party. The Moonbeams are kids in kindergarten and younger, boys and girls, and they did the insect badge for a while, and they looked at insects. They brought in a little ant farm. They colored. They did all kinds of activities. Sometimes they go outside and look for things. So we did all kinds of activities, keeping it fun. We know that they've been in school for a while, so it's not just sitting down by all means. They do art projects and different types of activities, experiments, and things like that. What do you see? What do you see them learning when they do things like this? What is something that you see from them that they get out of doing things like this?
Well, we see it as enhancing their life. The same with our after-school program. We know that they've been in school all day, and their goal is to learn. Our role is to enhance their life with more exciting opportunities. So whether it be music or arts or learning the sciences, or to make learning exciting and fun. And they're also coming together with people that they wouldn't normally in a more relaxed environment, and making deeper friendships, and feeling proud of themselves, especially when we do the performance at the end and they talk about what they learned. We also had the band perform. We had a brass band and the dance group perform, and they are just so proud of themselves after they've worked so hard all year and then get to perform something like that.
Yeah, because those programs like that kind of helps kids, as they get older, figure out what they want to do with life, or just see something when they see people giving back. They take that with them as they get older, and then maybe the kids you've seen growing up that came through your program come back and they want to help and volunteer themselves. So it's kind of a well-balanced thing. It helps each other. Goes hand in hand.
Definitely.
And with the stuff we talked about, we talked a little about the food pantry, but also for the food pantry, you said it's year-round. Also, for donations for that, how can people, if they want to help, how can they do that?
Yes, we are desperately in current need of food. We take all non-perishable foods and refrigerated and frozen foods because we have good refrigeration and freezer space. So if people want to donate actual food, which is obviously not expired, we'll take that. Or if they want to donate funds, we are members of the food bank, so we can then take that money and double and triple it because we can purchase by the pound. So we're always in need of food or funds for food. This time of year, you can obviously donate turkeys. We'll give them straight to families in need. But yeah, there's definitely a food crisis here in Lynn, and I don't think it's talked about enough. Over the past years, a lot of food pantries have had to shut down. In the Salvation Army, we've kind of extended our hours. We'd like to even open it up longer pretty soon because we want to be there. There are so many people in need, and people shouldn't have to question whether they're going to feed their family or pay their rent. So the feeding part we can help with, and we want to be there.
All right, and we got just a couple minutes left. Lastly, if they want to be involved in any way, where can they go? Number, email?
Yep, the phone number is 781-589-0673. We're on 1 Franklin Street, right next to City Hall, kind of across from the library. They can call. Our website is, we have a good Facebook page that we keep updated, the Salvation Army of Lynn. And then the website is, the link to donate is on the Facebook page as well.
Okay. So. All right. Captain Helen Johnson, thank you for coming. Great work that you're doing.
Thank you.
Appreciate it in the community. If you want to help and volunteer, make sure you contact her or just go to the Salvation Army. It's not far, all right? You guys been watching the Lynn Lowdown. Have a great day. And now for some upcoming local events. Today at Lynn Arts Black Box Theater, North Shore Community College Liberal Arts Department will be showcasing their play, A Doctor in Spite of Himself. The play will run until Sunday. Proceeds from the play will go towards North Shore Community College's Liberal Arts Department. Play begins at 7 p.m. tonight. Saturday there will be two showings. The first show begins at 3 p.m. and the second show begins at 7 p.m. On Sunday, the show begins at 3 p.m. Also tonight at the Knights of Columbus, the annual Toys for Tots Drive will be taking place from 7 p.m. until 11 p.m. This event is free and open to the public. The Lynn English High Drama Club will be premiering their new play, Alicia in Wonderland, tonight, and the show will run through Saturday. Tonight, the show begins at 7 p.m., and on Saturday, there will be two shows. The first show begins at 2 p.m., and the last show begins at 9 p.m. Tickets will be sold at the door. The show is free for students who attend Lynn Public Schools. On Saturday, December 7th, the Knights of Columbus will be hosting its Christmas craft fair and kids party from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. at the Knights of Columbus. The day will be filled with vendors displaying a variety of items for sale, as well as the kids' Christmas party. Proceeds will go towards local charities and churches. The 16th Annual Women's Solidarity Breakfast, hosted by the North Shore Labor Council, will be taking place Saturday at the Lynn Housing and Neighborhood Development from 10 a.m. until noon. The breakfast will feature women in trade stories from successful strikes and more. To RSVP, contact the North Shore Labor Council at northshorelaborcouncil@gmail.com. On Monday, December 9th, the Girl Scouts of Ocean Bay will be hosting their fundraiser at Tide's Restaurant in the Hot to benefit the Robert Oliver Scholarship Fund. The fundraiser will be going on from 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. LCTV's next Paramount film series will take place on Monday, December 9th. The movie choice for December will be Elf. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. Movie begins at 7 p.m. Free popcorn and beverages will be available. Thank you for watching the LCTV News. Like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and visit us at lyntv.org to watch any show anytime on your computer, tablet, or phone. I'm Mukala Kabongo. Have a great day.